I'm Jen Strub. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're just going to do a quick chair yoga sequence. I've had a few people write into me, they're enjoying it, so I need to do a few more. So I'm glad that people are enjoying it and getting some benefit. Again, you can do yoga anywhere, even if you're sick in bed. Just doing a few stretches throughout your day will really help. With just, it's lotion for your joints, and the more you can move, the better. We're made to move, so let's move and breathe as much as we can. And again, that's just what yoga means, is movement and breath. So today's sequence is going to be called two palms and a chick in the middle doing chair yoga. If you ever watched that show with Zach Galifianakis, it's pretty funny. Anyway, so let's go ahead and come towards the edge of the chair, but making sure that you're very secure on your chair. You're not going to fall off or anything like that. Your feet are on the floor, and maybe your feet don't exactly come to the floor. Just grab a hold of a block or a book, whatever you have, to just have that grounding. So placing your hands either on your thighs or in your lap, and just roll those shoulders down and back. And we're just going to move from side to side. And again, it's all about the hips in our practice today. So just moving them from side to side, just exploring, knowing, just checking in how everything feels today. So maybe there's one side you want to linger on a little bit longer, maybe bringing your forearm down, looking over that shoulder. And let's go ahead and do that on the other side, just bringing the other forearm down, looking over the other shoulder. Just checking in with the neck, the shoulders, the lower back. How's everybody doing? Good. And then bringing it back. Let's do some cat-cow now. So as we inhale, just lengthening our neck up towards the sky. So it's not so much a crunching in the back of the neck, it's just more of a lifting and a lengthening. Okay, and then as we exhale, let's bring our chin in towards our heart. And then inhale, let's open it up again. And then exhale, rounding our back towards the back of the chair. Let's inhale it back up. And exhale. Maybe wiggling from side to side. Again, keeping those shoulders involved and the hips. Let's give a little bit more of a shout out to those hips. Let's bring that right knee in towards your heart. Let's give a little hug. And maybe moving those toes up towards your knee and back down towards the earth. So back and forth. And let's bring it down. And let's bring up the other foot. Again, flex and point on this side, still sitting up nice and tall. Breathe, okay, breathing and moving. Okay, moving along. Let's bring that foot back down. Let's bring up that first knee again, give a little hug, and let's place it on top of that other leg. So making sure that you have nice support, so having the knee and the heel stacked on that supporting leg, and that other leg, you can feel a little bit in that hip. Now, if it's too much, just come on back up. Don't fold forward quite as much, but if it feels okay, pointing those toes towards the knee and just coming forward to where you stop, okay? So there's no pushing, there's no shoving, okay? Be very nice on the playground, okay? Checking in with that hip, still okay, feels nice, everything's supported, everything's safe. Now, if that feels like, you know what, Jen, we could move this along a little bit more. I could feel a little bit more in that, but I want you to take your time here. Maybe extending those fingertips down towards the earth, just folding forward a little bit more. Oh yeah. So this is really nice to do if you're traveling as well. You've got a little bit of extra room on the airplane. Awesome that you can actually bring your leg up. Some of those seats are pretty tight. But if you can do this throughout your flight, especially if it's a longer one, really nice to do. You won't pay for sitting quite so still and when you get there. Okay, you'll be ready to go. Let's give it one more deep breath. And then slower exhale out our mouth. Let's slowly bring ourselves back up. Good. Let's get a little bit of twisting action in there. So we're going to open up towards the open side. So not towards that bent leg, but the open side. So we got to open up the door before we can go in. So looking over that shoulder, big inhale as we lengthen up towards the sky. And then exhale, let's slowly bring it back to center and then bring it over towards the other side. So this is where we go do the closed twist here. And maybe that arm can come around to the back of the chair or the side of the chair, wherever it reaches. And check in with your breath here, guys. If it's a little chop, you're cut off, we'll back off with that twist. I do want you to breathe. The breathing's number one, right? So if you can't breathe, there's really no point here. So if that breath is not getting all the way down to your belly, back off with that twist. That's what your twist is today. Maybe it'll be different tomorrow, maybe even tonight. But right now, you want to back off with that twist. Okay, inhale brings us back to center. Let's take that top leg off. Again, give it a little, nice little thank you, a little gracias. And let's move that from side to side, back and forth. All right, let's bring up that other knee again. And let's place it on top. Again, making sure that you have that support, that knee, that heel supported. Those other toes are pointing up towards the knee. That's feeling pretty good, taking your time. Oh yeah, and just taking a moment to notice, wow, this side is a lot tighter than the other side. It doesn't mean anything, just means that one side's tighter than the other. Doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means you got a tight hip on that side, or maybe both sides. Yeah. So we'll hopefully help that a little bit. So bringing those fingertips down towards the earth again, just to where you stop. If that's all you really want to do today, you know what? I don't want to push it today, Jen. Great. Okay, listen to your body. Number two, I guess, breathing and then listening to your body. Okay. These palms look like they're gonna start talking to me soon, making me nervous. All right, we're just gonna stay here for a couple more deep breaths. Now on our next inhale, let's slowly bring it back up. Let's open up that door and that twist again. So coming over towards the side, away from that bent knee, okay? And looking over that shoulder. As we inhale, it lengthens us up. And then exhale, let's look over that shoulder a little bit more. Now on our next inhale, let's slowly bring it back to center. And then exhale, let's twist over towards that bent knee. So again, that arm can sling around at the back, hang out here. And just lengthen up as we inhale and exhale, twist over. Again, checking in with that breath. If it seems to be cut off, don't go so deep, okay? I want you to have that breath all the way down to the belly. I'll just stay in here for a couple more deep breaths. And on our next inhale, let's slowly bring it back to center. Let's bring that knee off, give it a little hug, thank you, and then bring it down. Let's get the hamstrings going now. So let's slide those heels forward and just have a little bend in those knees, making sure that you're still supported on that chair, no sliding off. Okay, and then having our hands onto our thighs. Maybe they reach down to our knees and a little bit lower, but I want you to stop or it gets to feel too much. Sensation's great, sensational is not as great, okay? So if it gets to be too sensational, come on back up. Still having those toes pointing up towards the sky. You can see mine in the shot a little bit here. Good. Yeah, just checking out those hamstrings. I like to talk about hamstrings being like cats. If you have cats or know of cats, they don't always come when they're called. Depends on the cat, of course. But, you know, most cats kind of like to do their own thing. So hamstrings are kind of like the same. So if you could just kind of relax into the pose, maybe even ignore it, maybe start reading a book. Cats seem to like to to cuddle up with you when you're busy doing something else. The point is, just be patient with them. They will release or not, whatever they want to. Okay, we're just gonna stay here for a couple more deep breaths. All right, let's slowly bring it back. Roll it all the way up. Roll those shoulders back, placing the feet back onto the ground. Get a little bit more supported in our chair. Now let's do some breath work now. So we're gonna inhale those arms up toward the sky. And then slowly exhale, bringing those hands down, bringing the head down, bringing those hands behind us as we inhale it back up. Big inhale, bigger exhale. Let's drop down towards the earth. Inhale it back up. And exhale. Now this time as we inhale it up, let's start to reach from side to side. Oh, just like we're apple picking here. Just trying to get the best apples right at the top. Like, let's reach it up. Oh, get it, get it, get it. How about this one? How about we need both hands reaching for that really big one right at the top? Oh. Yeah, got it. Let's bring our hands into prayer. Namaste, and bring them in towards our heart. Okay, there's a little bit of stretching and moving action for you today. I'm sure I'm going to see you again. So have a great day, and I'll see you soon.